Hey guys, Type here, bring you a 2v2 today. We're on Campbell's Convoy. Today spawning on the left, we've got 4-in-1 Petrol lawnmower. With Brits gone for Australian defense straight away. TechBee with US forces locked into armored. On the right hand side, we've got MUERTE with Panzerjager Command for DAC. And SturmTigerGaddafi with Wehrmacht breakthrough locked in. In terms of rankings, TechBee is 125, 4-in-1 Petrol lawnmower 140, MUERTE 120, and SturmTigerGaddafi, he's quite far outside of the rank bracket, about 1000, but he's a Company of Heroes veteran. Very familiar face from the COH3 scene. It's kind of curious to see what he was up to in this replay. So we've got a Dingo and a 4x4 on the allied side. 4x4's got the Vet 1 immediately from armored. So it could give a bit of a hard time to this Krautritzen. Dingo's coming over to this side as well. MUERTE getting double teamed.
Riflemen are ready.
Really hard to stop this kind of pressure early on.
Contact! German infantry!
Krautritzen trying to get out of here as fast as it can. There it goes.
Commander, starting ISC upgrades.
But on the other side, having some success. Gaddafi coming into the middle. I feel like he maybe could have done a bit more on the top side. As long as the fuel's not getting pressured. Didn't really need to be fighting over here too much. Otherwise managing to close the distance. And start to force away these grenadiers.
One of our munitions points is being neutralized.
Gonna go for a machine gun now. The grenadiers on their own, they're not that powerful. Do kind of need the machine gun to assist them in a lot of these early skirmishes. You know, if they get the Vet 1 early on, they can be alright. Start to hold their own again, but their raw performance, not the best.
Commander, ISC upgrades done, and a captain has been assigned to you.
Oh yeah, that got a lot of utility.
We've lost control of a sector.
Just not really fighting strength.
We can distribute
Oh boy,
grenades
250 in major trouble, bit of a move by the 4x4, but it had to reload, I think. Stop shooting, 250, able to get away there. There's one of those situations where for MUERTE, I could imagine like a fast tech up into putting a Panzerjager inside this 250, like building one out of your tech structure rather than waiting for the 6-minute call-in, and then just charging in, trying to knock out these two allied light vehicles could be like a pretty good play.
Orders have been carried out.
Krautritzen trying to get away, 4x4s and hot pursuits, a few little stutters in the movement, maybe allowing this to get out of there. It's kind of weird how that happens, right? You kind of like shoot forwards and then almost stop and then take a bit of a turn. Pathfinding still not perfect.
A fuel point is
Still
being
feels
seized
like
by the enemy.
vehicle movement is a little bit juddery sometimes. I'll put the flamer back in the 250. If you want to do this, I think you kind of need the combat half tracks.
Victory point is under attack.
You want to keep doing this when the enemy's got a lot of light vehicles like this. The extra health and armor turns the tide against
A victory point
the
has
Dingo
fallen into enemy
and the
control.
4x4. It's got pretty low, but still alive. It's going to be Panzer Grenadier Company for Gaddafi. Does decide to build a Panzerjager, but it's quite far away at the moment.
The enemy is stealing our munitions point.
And if you jump the Panzerpio out, send the 250 over to pick up Panzerjager and go chasing this Dingo could be a good option. Kind of need the element of surprise if you're going to go for that pre-6 minutes.
Territory sector claimed by the enemy.
Ideally, don't get scouted on your approach
Forces are converging on a fuel point.
to the enemy's ultralight. Because yeah, once 6 minute hits, the enemy's like, yeah, okay, I'm expecting the Panzerjagers now.
Territory point is no longer under our control.
Can't surprise them as easily. Tighten up their positioning. Good grenade, but good reaction times from 4-on-1 Petrol lawnmower. Not just a 3-on-1, he's a 4-on-1. Bit of a close call on this Australian. He's gonna get away though, very narrow escape. And here is the Humber now. Panzerjagers coming out of ambush.
Defend our victory point. We're
Gotta
losing
make
it.
sure, yeah, you're chasing, you know, you get your initial volley off, then you start running forwards as soon as you can, so maybe you can get a second volley of shots off. Don't want to be just sitting there
Enemy movement near a victory point.
after shooting. It's gone for a second 250 with the Panzerjager
Capture a
coolant.
victory point.
My support elements is online.
We have anti-tank crews reporting in.
Oh boy. Okay, Crouchitson getting out of there. A little bit
Commander,
hairy.
losing territory.
This could be a squad wipe. The flamethrower unit's a little bit slow on the chase. Gotta get it anyway.
A lot of riflemen at the front.
Crouchitson Vet 1 boosting up the damage it's taken. Australians sitting up here on the heavy cover. They're just charging into close quarters. Not a very good range for them. Solid grenade though allows the squad to escape. Might allow the
M8 Greyhound is deployed.
Greenies to win, but the model drops are pretty good for the Australians. Hung in there for a long time. Just sneaking up.
We have riflemen taking the field.
Spawn going in. Gets the kill. Evac so he doesn't lose any models as the vehicle goes down to the AT gun.
The munitions point is
Pretty
being
good for
attacked.
MUERTE there. Let's upgrade this with a Shrek now.
They pushed us
Here's a
off
trick
the
with the, you know, Panzerjager Command. You can... Oh. Nice hits there from Panzerjagers. You can put that, like, stunning buff on the Panzerjagers, then jump them into the half-track and go for, like, a drive-by. Panzerjagers in the half-track. Stunning the enemy vehicle makes it really hard for the enemy to escape. A little bit hard to set up, though.
Enemy control.
Can't do it from inside the half-track, but it's a strong combo if you get it. Lasts about 30 seconds, I think. Something to try out. We have the Greyhound on the field. Don't think it's done too much so far. Bit of a slow start for it. Don't think we've seen MUERTE use the 250's healing. There's a lot of units very low up here. Should definitely be getting some healing underway. There's a dingo up here providing some vision though. Nexus can't really get any surprises happening.
Enemy movement near a victory point.
There's the flak feeling. Pretty late one, but it'll still be really effective.
Victory point is under enemy control now.
Okay, 4-on-1 Petrol lawnmower going for the Bishop here.
Territory sector.
Stun nade out as he escapes.
They've captured a victory point.
Looks like 4-on-1's kind of split his battle group selections. Hasn't gone straight down to over up here. You've seen some of my games recently. I've been kind of experimenting with Australians. Going for Stuarts and Bishops with the light vehicle training. And then eventually, and over up here. Actually going for the archer to counter the heavies coming back the other way. I think it works pretty well, and I think it'll work very well in team games. In these 2v2 scenarios. Yeah, that bishop with the light vehicle training is just such a monster.
You have command points.
It's got the infantry training. Not the light vehicle training yet. The truck coming in for MUERTE. OMG's gonna get out of there. Maybe suppression saving it. Green's coming in from the side, getting around behind these AT and machine guns. Is this going to be the end? Yes! Greyhound goes down. Maybe would have had better chances of living if he went the other way. Meanwhile, Gaddafi coming in from the side, dropping the incendiary bombing. Getting some monstrous hits with it as well. MG down. Nearly got squad wipes on multiple other units as well. Really good incendiary bombing there.
Vehicle crews have been granted the means to repair in the field.
This is a situation where, you know, maybe the Wehrmacht player could build a mid bunker between the two bases to share some healing. Be nice. Bit of teamwork. Okay. Oof. Came forward with the mid truck. Cruised the machine gun. Gonna steal that away. Nice move there by MUERTE. A little bit risky, but gonna make it work. Doesn't have to retreat it either. He's got... Ooh. Oh, now he does have to retreat it because the bishop was firing. See, these guys are sharing healing. Looks like he's dropping those by the 4x4. So he didn't go for territory capture. He went for the weapon drops on the 4x4. That's where he's getting all these machine guns from. Machine guns. Here's one for Gaddafi. Setting up. He's getting flanked, but only by a scout, not taking that much damage. Axis do need to do something about these VPs, though.
Enemy movement near a victory point.
Fallen quite far behind in that department, and Form 1 has gone for a second bishop, and after that decided to go for light vehicle training.
They have taken our victory
That
point.
is fair enough. Gotta make sure he doesn't lose this dingo. It's still very handy for sight. There's really good vision. And, you know, that base howitzer fire as well. Don't have as much access to it since the Australians can't bring it in.
Defend our
It's
victory
just so
point.
powerful, this patch. Double bishops on the machine gun. But pretty good reaction times. If he gets out of there just. We have a second AT gun up for TechBee now. Oh boy, is this going to be the end of the dingo? Faust's. That's gone. Oh, speaking of light vehicles dying, 250 down the bottom, also falling. I think at the moment 4 and 1, kind of targeting both bishops onto the same unit. Just, you know, increase your chance of wiping it, but then... Ooh! Lucky scatter. If you miss, you dodge in time. Maybe it's a high risk, high reward tactic for sure. Just managed to get into heavy cover before getting suppressed, so...
A weapon has been decrewed.
Another MG going down there. TechBee donating quite a few. He's going for Tank Depot now. comes in for the Vet 1. Direct shot there. And that's one of the benefits of doing this with Australian Defence, because you can get over repair on the bishops, makes going for those direct shots much safer. Like definitely in 1v1s as well, you know. Oh,
Reports of enemy movement near our victory point.
Australian down 4-1. He's lost a lot of units all of a sudden. It's easier to judge like where your enemy's anti-tank is, so you can do it more safely, come in for quite a few direct fire hits. It's pretty fun. Okay, so
Victory point is under attack.
tanks are ready to come. Pretty much there for the resources. Now he's splitting up his bishops a bit.
Sector lost. No contact.
Bishop's getting some big hits. Direct fire again. There's an AT gun on the field. Generally with those direct shots, you want to get like quite close. Seem to misfire a lot if you're further away, especially if there's some elevation in the mix. So if you can get closer, all the better. The bishop's starting to do some friendly fire. Feeling though, doing a good job hiding around the corner. Double AT guns pushing up, knocking out the mid truck. Feeling's got to be careful next. Doesn't look like he's ticked smoke. Flak feeling survival, so the double AT guns are a huge threat to it here. EP situation has just about equalized though. The Greyhound and Humber both going down. Axis have had a pretty smooth ride the last few minutes. And of course TechBee turning over a few machine guns. Lost his captain, dropped his LMG. Here we go. P4 hitting the field for Gaddafi. Maybe a little bit on the late side. I think he could have got this about a minute earlier, but doesn't matter too much. There's one AT gun for 4 and 1 Petrol lawnmower. Easy 8. Meanwhile for TechBee. Here it comes. So one thing I'd say about this kind of ranking so far is that maybe we've seen a little bit less forward reinforce. We usually do it some slightly like higher rank. I haven't seen any like CMPs from 4 and 1 providing some. Ooh. Was that his own S-mines killing his own MG there? I think it was. Good walking Stuka as well. Did some big damage, a lot of decrews, but right there available for the recrew again. Doesn't really have any follow-up. Seal the deal. P4 took some hits, out for repairs now. Took a Faust on that bishop. Are pushing us back. We're down to 250. Machine gun just destroyed. He's already got enough, he decides. He could have picked that up, I think, with the rifle squad, right? He had a 4-man rifle nearby. Both the Jaegers have got Shreks, but slow to fire the second one. Yeah, MUERTE really got to start chasing between Shrek shots while the Shreks are reloading. Oh, dropping the anti-tank overwatch. Is it going to get the kill? Oh, a little bit of stutter. Oh my goodness! It's still alive on an absolute pixel. It's got to be like 10 health. That last one easily could have got the job done. But he's getting turned around on these rocks instead of just directly driving away. Nearly allows the Shreks to get another shot off. And Stuka nearly knocks out the Australians. MUERTE got quite a lot of manpower now. Max is really starting to dominate the VP control. Oh! Australians die to the Jaegers on retreat. Scout dead as well. Okay, all of a sudden the Allies are way behind on army size. But Easy 8's still alive, and 4 and 1's gonna have the Archer coming in very shortly.
All victory points are under enemy control.
Looking for a 2-pounder though, 4 and 1. I think, you know, if, like early game it's a good option, but getting it to counter medium tanks usually doesn't penetrate that many shots in a row. Gaddafi just trying to go head on into 3 AT guns here. Needs infantry support if he wants to be doing that. And they are just camped on the top VP. Gotta be bringing up your infantry and support if you're making a push like that. Looks like another AT gun's come out for 4 and 1, and let's rebuild an Aussie. Comes the walking Stukas. Quite a lot of scatter here. Still knocks out the M1919. But the Easy 8's healthy again. Both the bishops targeting the same unit again. Maybe not ideal. Oh, where are you going, MUERTE? That feeling dies, but at least the mid truck gets away alive. I think he's trying to come up and steal this. Okay, a Stug G call-in from MUERTE. Wow. Probably the rarest of all call-ins. Let's see how it goes. It's going to be up against another Easy 8 though. 2 Easy 8's going to be tough for the Stugs to handle. Using the creeping barrage here. First couple rockets off target, but let's get a decrew on one. Speaking of decrews on AT guns, one happening down the bottom. Gaddafi's going down. But again, the Jaegers, they're kind of stuttering, not able to fire. I need to run a little bit closer. Maybe like 3 range in. Otherwise it's too easy for the enemy to kite back before they're able to fire. Maybe there was a bit more damage on offer there for MUERTE, but maybe he was too scared, worried that the AT guns would be waiting around the corner. The Stugs would run into them and die. Still doesn't look like he's... Oh, he's dropped the anti-tank overwatch. Oh, there goes the Stormtrooper. MG42 going down to the bishops. Still doesn't have smoke, so if he does run into the AT guns, he's getting himself into some trouble. And able to drive around the anti-tank overwatch. It doesn't cover that large of an area in this game. It's way smaller than it was in COH3. It's a lot easier to dodge. Yeah, well, you could dodge, or you could just drive into it with your one Easy 8. AT guns is left here. Here comes the walking Stuka now. A lot of AT guns down there. fire. Here comes the Bishops counter barraging, going after the walking Stuka, but it's moved. And it survives.
Deploying engineers
A
now.
lot of repairs required from MUERTE here. Does not have out of combat vehicle repairs. Crusaders coming down for 4 and 1. Looks like he's starting up some Crusader spam. Can work pretty well with this battle group. Got that over repair, which he still hasn't unlocked. He did go for the archer, but he never brought one in. It's been a bit more of a free-flowing game than we often see on this map.
Tracking them on 300 points.
Usually there's a lot more fighting happening in the middle, but there's been quite a lot more action in the south in this particular game. Hasn't been very much in the top. Maybe Gaddafi leaving too many units up there overall. There's the walking Stukas though, I'm sure they're going after these. AT guns.
Enemy movement.
It's a creeping barrage too. Cruise 1. Another good walking Stuka barrage.
A victory point is under attack. We must act.
Comes down to clear off the machine gun. Allies are super low on VPs. I mean, you know, kills and deaths are actually quite close between these two teams. No retreat from the Grenadiers. They're getting smushed.
Defend our victory.
Oh, one of them goes down, nearly 2. Decrews this, but doesn't come up and kill it afterwards. Doesn't have his AT gun anymore. So the P4 does have to be a little bit cautious. Speaking of AT guns, this one getting stolen by MUERTE. Stugs trying to cut some kind of angles. Remember, the DAC Stugs don't get that Vet 1 point blank blast, so they're not nearly as formidable as an anti-infantry force.
Anti-tank gun is
But
out of
the
action.
Pegrins that are there, able to clear them off. AT gun trying to polish off the decrewed weapons, but the rifleman jumping back on the Stugs in some trouble here. Oh, the AT guns spread their damage around, don't knock out either of the Stugs. Here come the Crusaders though, maybe they can polish some of this off. Yes, there go the Pegrins. Flame. Not that successful. There's that walking Stuka again, Vet 2 on that. Scatter's not very good, but TechBee really bad at dodging walking Stukas. I don't know what, maybe he doesn't have sound turned on or something, but so far his dodges have been rubbish. There go the Australian lights in the middle.
Anti-tank crew killed in action.
Ooh. The job done again with the creeping barrage. Gaddafi gonna send a anti-tank gun in the middle to capture, it looks like. Allies are not losing points right now. Axis have got way larger armies still. Is that like 35 army advantage-ish for the Axis? But this is pretty strong, able to recruit these AT guns. 2 AT guns, 2 Easy 8s. Gotta make sure these Shreks are in the right position to assist. The Strugs alone are not going to be able to get the job done. They are juiced up though, they've got the emergency repairs now. Maybe you can drop the anti-tank Overwatch once he gets the munitions again, because the Axis munitions are very high at the moment. Machine gun down there blocking the bottom VP. Comes the walking Stuka again. AT guns getting decrewed. P4's got the skirts now.
We have 100 points remaining.
Here come the Crusaders. P4 maybe overextending a little bit. Crusaders gonna try drive past. The anti-tank Overwatch coming down. The Stugs need to get involved. Here they come. Crusaders getting around the side. Rear arm hits on the P4. That's gonna go down. Walking Stuka's in a dangerous position here. He's going to get hit by the Crusaders. Needed to drive around this way. Oh boy. Stugs slow to start the chase up as well. Get one Crusader for the trouble. Easy 8s still both alive. AT guns rolling up on them though. Grenadier's dead. Dodging from the bishops. So many allied tanks are hanging on by a thread, but the Stugs, they're a little bit cumbersome to move around. Oh, and they miss. Oh, the AT gun from the side. Stugs still alive. P4's going in. Knocks out a rifleman. AT guns need to keep pushing, keep attack moving forwards. Uses the direct fire. Oh, the direct fire. Coming in clutch there on the bishops. Stacking up that extra bit of damage, and Gaddafi forgetting to just move his AT guns forwards. If he had, I'm pretty sure he would have knocked out at least one, if not both, of the Easy 8s there. Just sent his lone tank and needed to send everything forwards.
Lost an anti-tank gun.
And as the dust settles from that,
The enemy is steering
Axis
on the
were
exit point.
35 ahead, and now they're like maybe 35 behind. Now he's sending his AT guns in, maybe trying to kill off some of these decrewed ones, but there's nothing there to keep them safe. Here comes another P4 now. Crusaders meanwhile looking for another squad wipe on the top side. P-Green's in major trouble. Grenadier's kind of just been sitting there the entire game. Allies haven't really contested, but here comes a sapper now.
Rifleman ready.
There go the P-Greens.
A German Easy 8 has arrived.
One of
Give 'em
those
hell.
Gaddafi AT guns did get decrewed as well. Didn't show up on the kill log.
Defenses are failing.
P4 looking for some revenge. Crusaders fast. I think the P4 still needs 2 shots. P4's got the rate of fire boosted there from the Vet 1. Misses a crucial shot. But the Crusader stops driving. Maybe could have got away there. There's a mine there as well. Didn't notice that. P4's backing away, but he probably needs to come up here and contest the VP with it. Oh, nice mine. Wipes the sappers.
Enemy down to 250 points. Repeat,
Oh,
250.
yep. I was going to say, he's looking pretty dead. Sitting in front of an Easy 8 like that. Here comes the big boy from MUERTE. He's got the Tiger. Is up against 3 Easy 8s now, though. It's a tough matchup for the Tiger. I'll make sure he's well supported. Got the double Stugs, though. Bring everything up to the top side, Gaddafi. I suppose prioritize recrewing the AT gun over repairs.
Enemy movement near a victory point.
Tiger clearing off the bottom. 73 points left for the Allies.
The entire gun crew has
There
been
goes the MG.
killed. Victory point now under enemy control.
The ship's targeting the Tiger. So we get some free damage. I mean, their cooldown's so low when they've got that light vehicle training. You can't afford to just spam them out and shoot them at suboptimal targets. Okay, Gaddafi's getting the top, but the Allies have got the middle right now. It's guarded by that machine gun.
Engineers on the field.
Tiger. Gotta get the decrew on this AT gun real fast.
Anti-tank crew killed in action.
Here comes the bishops though. There goes the AT gun. Does have smoke, does not have vehicle capture though. Tiger a little bit far forward of the Stugs. They're not able to assist in this fight. He pops the smoke on it. Stugs not getting involved in this at all. MUERTE letting himself down with his micro. Stugs coming in now. Even if you're smoking with your Tiger like that, you can kind of smoke, get a bit of a roll on, then go attack ground, then start reversing again. Tiger just does so much damage. Just plain reversing away with it is not very good.
Reports of enemy movement near our victory point.
drives away slowly and does so much damage. Should be trying to interrupt that exit from smoke with some
Victory point is under enemy control now.
shots. It's like a Crusader disappearing into smoke. Yeah, just drive away so fast. It doesn't do that much damage with its gun. Just get out of there. But with the Tiger, it's a different story. Stugs probably should be left on prioritized vehicles a bit more here. They're wasting some shots on the infantry. They're barely going to do anything too. Here we go. Allies muscling up with all their mediums coming to the bottom side, but Gaddafi's got an AT gun here to assist. Stugs still alive. AT gun's there. Getting onto the rear arm of these Stugs now, though. That's a bit of a problem for these DAC vehicles. Over repair, keeping these Crusaders healthy. Smoke causing a lot of confusion. And again, MUERTE not comfortable with attack grounding through his own smoke. Tiger about to go down, but maybe he can get an easy aid in response. Oh, the Stug doesn't quite get the final shot off. The AT gun doesn't do enough damage alone. Force coming down, but oh my goodness, Australians with a Shrek.
All crews, repair and
Well, that went very well for the Allies. I mean, they actually had a decent enough position at the start there. I think if MUERTE was a bit sharper on his attack ground micro through the smoke, he could have inflicted a lot more damage and got a lot more kills there. Maybe if that Stug had just stayed in for one more shot as well, that Easy 8 would have gone down. Oh no, they find the AT gun. It's dead for sure. It's Easy 8 just have such consistent performance against infantry. Really good scatter on them, even while moving. Not going to get those devastating hits like the Tigers, but they still very effective. Crusaders coming in, they're not over repaired yet, but the Allies are really feeling the VP pressure. The double bishops muscling up, and some squad wipes. Easy 8's coming in from the side, the AT gun returning fire. Four just about dead, but does survive. AT gun spinning around. Shrek's coming up. T-gun down. He's got the pose there for the recrew again. Guys do manage to sneak control of the top, but still stupid heading up that way. Okay, we've got an 88 now from MUERTE.
They've captured a victory point.
Easy 8's coming up to finish off the AT gun. I think the Pyos could have come up and reclaimed this. Just, you only need one model for repairs in this game. And left the one model to repair afterwards. Would have been fine. Gaddafi letting that AT gun go down there. Trying to sneak into range here with these Jaegers, but doesn't have cover through that gap. Has to look for another angle. Wants to stay camouflaged.
Tools down. Repair work completed.
Assign crew repairs as required.
The 88 has got its position, but it's been found and it's going to get hit by the bishop, so he's driving it away. Good reactions though by MUERTE, recognizing what was coming. But while it's torn down, the Easy 8s are coming in, looking to maximize their damage. Shreks are there though, doing some decent work. 88 setting up, but is really far back, too far away.
Losing their grasp. They're down to 100 points.
Panzerjagers can't get past the riflemen there. Vickers in the middle. I'm pretty sure that's the same one that could have been destroyed by Gaddafi earlier and is really coming back to bite them. Calling in the incendiary bombing though. Pretty good dodge with the infantry. Easy 8's coming around the corner. Before though, an AT gun's ready to defend. It's bedding up nicely though. Pushing those P4s around. Really, the 88 positioning is crucial right now, but it's going to be tough because I'm sure those bishops are ready to fire again, and it's going to be their #1 target. Rebuilding the walking Stuka here. Oh, he went for another Stuk call-in as well. But they're just sitting out the back at the moment. Getting dangerously low on the VPs here for the Axis now as well.
Get those guns ready. Orders just came in.
Okay, he's got enough for the anti-tank overwatch. The Axis can win this still. They are way down on population, but they've got the tools to win if they dodge the bishops. 88's in a good spot, and they get a good anti-tank overwatch. They can still make this work. Here come the Crusaders with the bishops targeting the 88. It gets some good hits though. Crusaders going in for more. P4 just diving ahead, but there's 4 Easy 8s back there. Anti-tank overwatch starting to come down now. Stugs trying to work their way into position, but they're having trouble facing up. And now they're getting swarmed by the Easy 8s. Oh no, can't even kill this one Easy 8. There it goes finally. Stuka's firing, the AT gun's still getting some good hits, but getting turbo repairs from all those. Bishops are ready to fire again, the Vet 3 coming in for some direct fire shots now. But no cooldown on this. Nuking those squads out of existence. Crusader clearing off the top, but there's no infantry to do anything there. Oh, these Panzerjagers not quite in the capture circle. Riflemen clearing off these AT guns. Stugs having to get out of there. It was close. It was close. Imagine the Allies are gonna win here in the very near future. Just pop that Vet 1 rate of fire boost. Easy 8's just too powerful in the head-to-head.
Keep up the pressure. They only have 25 points left.
I think we'll pause here because the game's, I think, going to end. Talk about the game while we're still on the map. Yeah, you know, pretty strong start for the Allies. Their double ultralights, the 404 and the Dingo, working out pretty well for them in the very early stages. But the Axis fighting back. You know, neither the Humber or the Greyhound really did that much in this match. And after both of those died, the Axis really started to take control. And maybe a bit more infantry. Keeping this stuff alive a bit better. But yeah, then in the later stages, Gaddafi maybe camping top a little bit too much. Need to come into the middle a bit more and, you know, just keep pushing. Just camping up there with one squad for like 15 minutes. Just can't get away with that. Only time that's ever worthwhile is if, you know, you're about to lose on VPs. You just have to guard the enemy. Have to guard the VP so the enemy can't cap it, because otherwise you'll lose the game. Otherwise you should be testing the waters, unless by like capping forward you're gonna die on retreat to like a bunch of light vehicles chasing you down or something like that. Gotta be careful about that too, but sitting on a point, not ideal. But yeah, I think there was that move where the Allies thrust through here and knocked out the walking Stuka. Once that walking Stuka was dead, the Allies seemed to have a much easier time of things. Yeah, they're just like nuking away their AT guns constantly. And yeah, MUERTE needs to work on attack grounding through his own smoke. Maybe putting these guys on prioritized vehicles a bit more, and just overall, like, their positioning maybe could be a bit sharper, making sure they're always facing towards the enemy so they can use their gun. A few times they're pointing off to the side, and with sharper driving could have been a bit better. But yeah, you know, good comeback there in the ultra late stage by the Allies. They hung tough. I think a lot of it had to do with like all those AT guns that were just scattered around here, constantly getting decrewed. The Axis didn't manage to actually kill them after decrewing them, and just allowed the Allies that little bit extra momentum to bounce back
Patched up. Repairs complete.
and recover.
Reports of enemy movement near our victory point.
Tries to go for a cheeky crowd shots into cap.
Enemy forces on 10 points.
The enemy
That's
is
it.
running. Full scale retreat.
Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like your game newcast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.